What's up? So today is a super exciting video for me that I've always wanted to make ever since I was probably 8 and watched my first couple YouTube videos. So a little bit about me. I am kind of a nerd, believe it or not. Anything Apple, tech related, headphones, backpacks, Star Wars, obviously like guitars, some cars, just miscellaneous random stuff that I love just diving into and learning as much about it as I can and trying to not become an expert because that would just be a little over the top, but I love to know as much about things that I care about. And one of those things, obviously, like I said, is technology and different tech products. And when I started watching YouTube videos, I was back in probably 2015, 16 when I really found out what it was. I was watching a guy named Flossie Carter. He's a YouTuber. He is awesome. I love the way he does it because he really spoke to me because he did his things called real reviews where he would just have one take, he would do one thing talking through a product and it would be no bullshit. He would just tell you how it is. And I love that. That really spoke to me. And if by some miracle, Flossie, you're ever watching this video, dude, I love you and you have been such an inspiration to me. But all that aside, I got a new toy, I guess we'll put it that way, for making these videos, but also just for other content creation purposes and all that stuff. It is the DJI Mic Mini. I figured I was already going to be opening it and testing it out, so I thought why not make a video out of it because I've just always wanted to make one of these tech review videos and I just think it's so fun. So I'm going to try my best to make a little montage of the unboxing process that I've seen so many of. Your Average Consumer is another great one. Judd, you know, awesome. But I'm going to try my best to do that, so let's see how that turns out. Now, as you could hopefully see from that little unboxing, you get quite a bit of stuff when you order this. And I got it on Amazon for, I believe it was $89, somewhere around there. I think it retailed for about 160 something, but since then it's come down. And I went with the Mic Mini because I'm obviously very much a beginner, and I base a lot of my gear purchases and things that I buy around a few different pillars. Obviously, as a basic consumer who doesn't have a ton of disposable income, I'm looking for good value for my money. I'm looking for something that's going to obviously meet my needs, and I'm also looking for something that can make my life easier, because I buy a lot of stuff that requires extra care or extra steps and whatnot, and with a lot of this stuff, and especially with creating, the least amount of steps I have between me and the finished product as possible, the easier it is for me to actually do that. So by buying this, especially this one, it makes it a lot easier for me to just pick up the camera, turn on the mic, and record. I haven't actually used it yet, so hopefully I'm not talking out of my ass here. But here you get the little receiver. It's so tiny, and it has a little clip on it so that you can clip it onto whatever you may need. Here you have the actual microphone, which is honestly, in all the pictures, I knew it was small. I didn't know it was going to be quite this small. It does have a lapel clip there, if it'll focus. It won't. And it also has a magnet if you want to magnetize it inside your shirt. There's a million reviews on YouTube, but this is just a little demonstration and just for me to dip my toes in the water because I've always wanted to try something like this. This is something really cool that it came with. It's a USB-C little magnetic hub so that it can connect to your phone and you can use a wireless mic on your phone. With the great cameras we have today, sometimes that's all you need. You have two little dead cats, one gray, one black. I love these. And then you get a couple cords, a cable for plugging into your camera, a charging base. This super fun little pouch that nobody actually, I love to watch reviews when I'm waiting on stuff that I bought because this just makes me happy. Nobody that I watched really mentioned anything about this fun little case that seems pretty soft, durable, and waterproofish, which is huge for your little microphone. And as Floss always says, I've always wanted to say this, usual books and shit. You pluck them and you file them to the side because nobody reads those. That's what he always says. I thought that was hilarious the first time I heard it. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little little switcheroo here. So I've been using a Tascam Portacapture X6. I use that a lot at my gigs for getting the good audio. It has a 32-bit float rate, so that if anything is too loud or too quiet, you can always bring it up, bring it down. It has a lot of room to work with. It also has XLR ports, so I can plug in an external microphone, but the onboard microphones are honestly some of the most level and easiest to find the right gain settings for in a lot of these things that I found. Plus it has, you know, if I had an SD card in it, it would have onboard recording. I can do a bunch of stuff with that, add compressor, little reverb effects, stuff like that. I think it's really awesome. It has done me wonders, and it will continue to do me wonders for bigger projects, but for the smaller everyday YouTube things, I don't quite need to bust that whole thing out and use it all, and it can be a little cumbersome, and it doesn't really attach to a camera because it's the size of like a phone or a bomb pack. So this should make that a lot easier. So what I'm going to do now is you're hearing the audio from that now, I'm going to put this together, figure it out, and then I'm going to plug it in and see if there's any differences in how much easier it is. I guarantee it's going to be a lot better though for this. So give me a second. Alright, and now I have it plugged in. I kind of just have the receiver dangling there for now. I'm not really sure what I want to do with it or how I want to kind of make that work. But how cool is this? I mean, it's just right here, and I just kind of threw the dead cat on it. But now, what's really cool is I can do the patented brooding YouTuber sitting back, talking into their microphone. You know, man, it's just, life is tough, you know how it is. It's just, I gotta make videos and you know, meet people and be very busy and important, and I've always wanted to do that. But how cool is that? And apparently this thing can go up to like 400 meters or some shit. It's crazy. But yeah, I think it's so much more accessible to be able to get good audio if I'm going all the way back here and I still sound the same. I mean, it's trippy. It really is. When you're recording and used to being kind of tied to it, it's kind of trippy. I swear I'm not on drugs or anything. But yeah, man, I can whisper. We can get some ASMR going. Whatever we want to do. I mean, the world is ours now. We can get good audio and good video no matter what. I just think the last thing I need is to get like a decent lens for this thing, this Sony ZV-10 camera. But yeah, this is just a short little review. I'm super excited. I'm excited to see how much easier this makes everything. And I appreciate you guys watching me. I've always wanted to do this, and I'm just having a blast with it. So thank you for watching. Thank you to DJI for making such a cool product. Thank you to Flossie, like I said, Judd. I'm trying to think of some other inspirations I've had. Lately I've had Howie from Ballyhoo. He's been such a huge inspiration in a lot of ways, but especially with the YouTube thing, because he's just trying to do the same thing I'm doing. But those guys are the ones that were back when I was little and kind of put that little thing in my brain. We're like, man, that would be cool to do someday. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you're in the market for a little microphone, I haven't heard how this thing sounds yet, but I'll check back in the post editing and we'll see how it is, but I'm sure it'll sound amazing and it'll make things so much easier. So thank you guys. I'm getting on that day in the life. Somebody actually requested that. The funny thing about that is I'm glad somebody requested that, and I'm excited to give you guys something that you want, and I'm excited that you want something from me, which is awesome. So I'll be getting right on that. I have to go to work here soon, but here in the next few days I'll have that for you, and I'm looking forward to it. So have a great rest of your day, stay safe, and I will see you soon.